All right.
Good. My head hurts. Good morning. Welcome to Two Scoops Morning. When the news anchors on the real news come out and they have to have the very fake personalities, what do they do when they have headaches? Do they just take a?
Cocaine. Cocaine.
Oh, nice.
That's
I'll
like,
try that. I'll try
good
that during.
morning.
I'll try that during the intro while that plays. This is Two Scoops with Dan and Craig. I'm Dan.
And I'm Craig.
This is Two Scoops.
You're watching Two Scoops Morning News with Dan and Craig, your sunrise reminder that things could get worse, so laugh at them while you still can.
Good. I'm glad you got that.
Hey guys, welcome to Two Scoops Morning News with Dan and Craig. I'm Dan.
Glad you got your.
Wait, we already did that part.
You're wrong. I did my Coke before we came on air. Now I learned the hard way because at first I thought it was meth, but I tried that before podcasting and that was a terrible idea.
Did you
and
snort
then
it?
No, I smoked it, and
Oh.
then I tried heroin, and I just fell asleep during my podcast. And then I realized that it was cocaine that they used.
Then I realized it's adrenochrome the whole time.
And now I'm just a junkie.
Let's get me
Derek
kicked off
Ambrose.
of YouTube again for medical misinformation, shall we?
There you go. Derek Ambrose says it's currently 3 degrees outside, and he has to go climb a 165-foot tower. Derek, I hate your life for you. You don't have to. I hate it for you.
Yeah, I'm sure I would feel bad for whatever you just said if I listened to it, but I am trying to find my article to do my job because some of us have real jobs here to do.
I've got an article, and it's shared.
Okay, good. Good for you. Good.
Almost.
Good.
It's almost shared. Now it's shared.
All right, we're professional.
Good here.
Screen share, and hey, it's already set to yours. Perfect. Go ahead. Oh, you're not set to. There we go.
Are we good?
No. Whenever you're ready, tell us about your latest Nazi fetish, Greg.
My latest. Well, first of all, I don't know if I told you that. I just repeated myself. I don't know if I told you that I put my kids in homeschool about 2 months ago. So,
you didn't, but I heard it through the grapevine.
Of course, through the Smoltz network.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the water cooler for our family. It's like, what's the latest gossip?
Yep. So how's that going? Teach them the Nazi curriculum, Craig.
Well, I've been. It took me a little while to find the right curriculum, and I thought I had settled on. I thought I settled on the right one, and I'm just like, this one's pretty good. They can do the work on their own. It's online, and they can go at their own pace, work ahead. But then I came across this article, and I realized I'm doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
There is actually a Nazi homeschool network out there, and I didn't know about it.
Tell me more. I read the headline last night, and I'm very interested, or intrigued, I should say.
To be fair, I should have known because Justin Campbell does homeschool, so I should have known there was a Nazi homeschool network out there somewhere. Is he in Ohio by chance?
I also homeschool, for what it's worth, but that's not related to the story at all.
Nazi homeschool network is under investigation by Ohio's Department of Education. First of all, why? Why is it under investigation? Did they do something wrong? Did they kill a bunch of Jews or something in their homeschool network? I mean, I'm not pro-Nazi homeschooling, but what led to the investigation? That's what I'd like to know.
Probably the title. Nazi homeschool network. Is that the official title? Or is this legitimately Nazi like curriculum, or is this like Donald Trump curriculum and they're like, well, that's obviously white supremacy?
Well, this says that they're under investigation. They're investigating a group that advocates white supremacist ideologies with the aim to make sure that the children they teach, quote unquote, become wonderful Nazis. So that's
that's pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward.
Never mind.
It says The Department of Education in Ohio is investigating the openly anti-Semitic and racist Nazi homeschooling group with thousands of members being operated by a couple from Upper Sandusky, Ohio. So, first of all, they teach their kids Nazis, and then they take them to what's the theme park in Sandusky, Ohio?
Cedar Point.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's all fun in Sandusky,
Nice.
Ohio. Apparently, you got the Nazi homeschools and you got the cool roller
They
coasters.
go and they stand perfectly stiff in the lines to get on the roller coasters, and they heil the entire ride.
Derek Ambrose says the science fair projects were a dead giveaway.
The what?
The science fair projects that this school did was a dead giveaway.
Making their own ovens, easy bake ovens.
God. On Sunday, Vice News and the Huffington Post reported that Logan and Katya Lawrence were the operators of the neo-Nazi dissident homeschool group. So I think that's the name of it, because it's in
What was
all
it?
caps. Neo-Nazi dissident homeschool group,
That sounds like a description, not a title.
but it's got all caps on it. Well, maybe it's just dissident homeschool.
So what are the chances that this is like run by feds? Because even if there was like a Nazi homeschool group or something, the fact that they're calling it Nazi homeschool group basically, like that just seems a little suspect to me.
Yeah, a little bit. And most things that are great these days are infiltrated by feds, obviously. So this can't get past that. It says the group openly advocates white supremacist ideologies, and yeah, we already read that. The Lawrences share their classroom schedule, homework assignments, and lesson plans with other parents in the group. The vast majority, which are infused with Nazi ideology or open praise for Adolf Hitler. It gets better. Katya Lawrence,
How
who's
could it
30,
get better, Craig?
Katya Lawrence, 37, also shares examples of how her family embraces Nazi ideology, including baking a Führer cake for Hitler's birthday and sharing a recording of her children shouting Sieg Heil.
Wow. For my article, I was going to bring, but didn't have time to look into it enough. Do you remember the guy who was forced to bake the gay wedding cake like 5 years ago or whatever? He's back in trouble again because some trans folks decided to go after him for not baking a trans cake or something.
No, they're only going to him because they want to sue him, right?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
he's an easy target, and they know
only as a baker.
his leanings. So, yeah, this just it would have blended in perfectly because there was the Gary
Cake.
Johnson quote that was like, "Would you make somebody bake a Nazi cake?" or something like that. Somebody said that. I don't know. Anyway,
There are plenty of people out there, including Katya Lawrence, that
and-
would make a Nazi cake.
right. And when that example was proposed, I was like, "Who the fuck's making a Nazi cake?" And now we know it's the homeschoolers in Ohio. Thank you, Ohio, for
I'm
keeping
outraged.
that businessman employed.
The superintendent of public instruction at the Department of Education told Vice News that she is outraged and saddened. There is absolutely no place for hate-filled, divisive, and hurtful instruction in Ohio schools. Exactly.
It's
That's why they're
homeschooled,
homeschooling.
though.
There's not room for that. They're like, you know
Right.
what? There's no room for our hate-filled.
We'll take our bad ideas and go somewhere else.
Yes, we'll start our own school, including our state's homeschooling community. I emphatically and categorically denounce that racist or the racist, anti-Semitic, and fascist ideology and materials being circulated. Under Ohio state laws, the Lawrences simply have to inform the local superintendent that they want to homeschool their children and agree to abide by certain broad conditions in order to legally keep their children out of public school. The Ohio Department of Education is now actively reviewing compliance with statutory and regulatory requirements. You know what this is? This is absolutely 100% Fed-filled because now they're going to come after the homeschoolers. This is a reason because homeschooling laws are kind of lax in a lot of states. Like here, you just have to like pass like the stupid standard test at the end of the year or something. And you have to have a curriculum. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that are like, those fucking homeschoolers, we can't control their kids. We can't crack down on this. The laws are way too loose. Let's set up this like I don't know, like Fed-filled Nazi quote unquote
Right.
homeschool thing. So we can say, look what the homeschoolers are doing. We need to crack down on the homeschoolers. This
I
isn't
don't
there's
know though. Even if it is a Fed thing, like y'all are joining a group called Nazi Group. So, I mean, the feds aren't trying that hard if it is the feds trying to trick you. Like, it's not like they said Patriot Prayer Group for homeschoolers or something like that. No, this is Nazi Group. And if you're joining, then I don't know, maybe that's a you problem, even if it is Fed run. Jack Skillington says, wait a minute. You're reading from Vice? LMFAO.
I am, because that's where the story was.
That makes sense. It's a good place to read it from. I don't know if you're new here, Jack. You're not, but we don't talk about real news here. I don't know if you've noticed.
We don't discriminate from our pointless news. I intentionally find the
All the
story
Nazi shit.
well, the story that just has literally you can apply nothing to your life to bring to this thing.
I've got one of those too. But before we move on, I got to ask, like, what are your thoughts on Nazi homeschool, Craig, as a Nazi homeschooler yourself? Do you think that they're just ahead of the curve, or do you think that this should be stopped by the government?
I don't think it should be stopped by the government unless they're actually like hating on people. Like I've said for years, what's his name? Who's the guy that from
Adolf
Ruby Ridge?
Hitler.
No,
Oh,
Ruby
no.
Ridge. No, Adolf Hitler is a bad example. The
Oh.
guy who decided, you know what, I really don't like colored people, so I'm going to move myself to a mountain and separate myself from all the colored people. Fucking fine. Your ideas are stupid, but you're doing it right because you just were like, you know what? I'm just gonna go live off by myself and be racist somewhere and not bother
Right.
anybody, and nobody bothers me. Great, do that. That's fine. If you want
If
to
you're a
start a home,
pedophile and you want to go live by yourself in the woods somewhere and leave everyone in the world alone, great. That's the best way for you to
yes.
integrate into society, is to get out of it.
Now, if they're actively recruiting and like training in Nazism, this one's a gray area because they kind of are training in Nazism and spreading um their hate, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know what I think. I don't think the government should crack down on it. I think maybe society should all collectively tell them that they're fucking stupid and ostracize them. But no, I don't think the government should. I mean, that's going to
Which
get
is
really
worse? Homeschool parents grooming their kids into Nazism, or public school teachers?
grooming them into pedophilia.
Hey, you said it, not me.
I I did. Exactly. And again, this is a very slippery slope. The Department of Education sees this and is like, we got to crack down on this. And the way we do this is we make a bunch more stricter homeschooling laws. And you know that just
Right.
gets out of hand really fucking fast.
It does, and we got to move on. I could, I have many more questions about this article, but we do have to move on because we have to talk about Miss Universe. Speaking of Nazis, so did you hear the latest about Miss Universe? I know you're an avid Miss Universe follower, right?
Is Miss Universe now a Mr. Universe?
Not exactly. However, a according to NBCnews.com, so you know it's legit. Get out of the way. Transgender businesswoman buys Miss Universe pageant for $20 million.
This is going to get great. Didn't Donald Trump used to own Miss Universe? Or is that just Miss?
I don't know. But this says Anne Jacopong Jakrujutatip. I'm pretty sure I'm nailing that name. The CEO of Thailand-based JKN Global Group is the first woman to own the global beauty pageant organization. We did it, you guys. We broke that glass ceiling, y'all.
Men even did that better.
I like how they even call it a beauty pageant organization here. I thought Miss Universe was trying to get away from the whole beauty thing. They're all about breaking that glass ceiling and strong woman and stuff like that. Well, good on you. It was purchased by
you did it, women.
By the first woman, Anne Jacopong Docket trip. But more importantly is what this individual had to say in her speech after being appointed. I think that's how it works. I don't know. Here's this, if it plays.
The Miss Universe organization from now on is going to be ran by women, owned by trans women, for all women.
You're a terrible human.
For all women really around the world to celebrate the power of feminism.
What do we make fun of first? The Chinese accent is very strong. Not saying anything negative against that. It's just an added layer of icing on the Nazi cake here. But for women, trans women, I'm here to represent you because it's owned by women now. It's just if it was like owned by a woman and then a trans woman was buying it out from that individual, that would be different. But acting like this is like the step forward that women have been looking for, and they're all in the audience just screeching their lungs out because they're finally represented by this biological male trans woman.
You're missing the biggest point in all of this. You're missing the glaring obvious. This is just Ken Jeong in a wig.
Yes.
The voice gives it away. This is just Ken Jeong in a wig.
Hey, motherfuckers.
The Miss Universe organization.
No, Ken Jeong's voice is higher than that, actually.
That's fair. That's true. Oh.
From now on is going to be ran by women.
But the accent does almost sound like you're doing a stereotype joke accent. I'm sorry, maybe that's just the racist in me, but China's taken over, and they're coming for your beauty pageants first, and it's going to be run by women.
China doesn't believe in all this shit. That they're just doing this as like a gag.
They're not sending their best and their brightest, folks.
They're just like, we can really take over the United States if we just put wigs on y'all and send you in. And
but these are just like CIA for China, whatever that is. CIA plants. They're just like, we'll grow our hair out and get some plastic surgery, and we'll go take over all their stuff. We would send the women, but we killed them all.
We don't believe in our own women, so and we know if we send in our men in with plastic surgery and wigs, then the United States will just bow to them. They'll just like give up all their shit for them. And I mean, we don't even have to fire a bullet. All we got to do is grow our freaking hair out, and we win the war.
Yes. Where'd you go? Why aren't you here?
I'm right here.
Yeah. Now I'm you. Shit. Hey.
There we go. You're terrible at this.
Grow our hair out and win the war, I think is what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Grow your hair out. Win the war.
I did have another story here I was going to bring up, but I don't know. Oh, did you see the trans figure skater in it was like, I don't know, some Olympics competition or something.
Figure skating has been ahead of the curve for gay people for 50 years.
Right.
I mean, they've always had it. So there's never been discrimination there. So I guess, I mean, might as well.
Let's watch this. So this was a very brave individual. That was her dedication to Chinese culture. And that was a couple years ago. Not sure why we have this music, but I like it. And this was the recent performance. Just came out, shakily stood on one foot. Not sure why. Spin and wait for it. Oh.
I can skate
Oh.
that good.
I know. I can get up. I just ice skated on Saturday, and I can get up easier than that.
Yeah, so you're telling me all I gotta do is put on a wig and a lady's costume and I can skate for Finland?
Something like that. Yeah. I don't know exactly what this is for, and it's not telling me. But yeah, that was supposed to be like some opening ceremony thing for diversity and inclusion and stuff, and that was the representative that they brought out to showcase that. And like you said, if you were just needing an LGBTQ figure skater to come out and show to whatever, to do that, to pay homage to all the trans figure skaters or whatever the point was to this. I feel like you could have found I don't know, Scott Hamilton or some other gay guy who could come out and
Scott
represent.
Hamilton is not gay, by the way. He is the one that is not. I'm pretty
Sure.
sure he is happily married, supposedly.
To a
Now,
man, right?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I've looked this up. I think he is the one because I'm like, dude,
I
that
mean,
guy's
he's just Richard Simmons on ice.
pretty much. But he can do a backflip, bro. But now all the rest of them, the sad truth is I know a lot of names of the figure skaters from the 90s. Like Brian Boitano, I'm pretty sure was pretty gay.
Yep. What would Brian Boitano do?
I don't know. But yeah,
It's a South Park song.
now there again, there's probably transgendered figure skaters that can skate better than that. I would think.
I would hope, yeah.
It's
There's
so
men who can
clearly
skate better. Like there's anybody in any demographic you could have found somebody who could skate better than that, because that was, and like I said, the first one, the homage to Chinese culture, where she's like a little bit more stable. Like, did you get worse over time?
right.
Were you having a
Well,
bad day? I don't know.
the part that got me was the clear, like, racist geisha painting on her face. It's
Well,
like, that's fine, she's transgender, so she can be as racist as she fucking wants, because if I was to dress up like a geisha right now, even to dress up as a female, I'd be considered totally racist, because I went to an opera. Yeah, that sounds totally gay, but
yeah.
I, had to for my, music class in college. They made us go to an opera, and it was a Japanese opera, and they wouldn't dress up in the typical, like, white face paint because it was racist. They didn't even have, like, black hair, or it was,
So
like, some,
instead, it
like
was just confusing as hell.
it was like a blonde Hungarian chick playing this, like, Japanese woman, and they didn't dress them as Japanese people, and it's just like, this is really confusing. So if the opera, which is supposed to be being these people, can't do it, I don't think this transgender figure skater should be dressing up as a geisha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sharon says, I'm going to need Daniel to grow the beard back, and that is just discrimination against my current transition. It's just slowly getting shorter and shorter, and then one day I'll be a beautiful woman and take over a pageant.
That's your ultimate goal in life, is
It's
to
my end game. Yes, that's the goal of this show. Yeah, I don't know. Good on this individual for having the money to buy Miss Universe, I suppose, but also, like, y'all screeching in the audience, just realize glass ceiling just got 3 layers thicker because it's wearing a dress now.
Yeah. Right. I mean, is there any relevance actually to Miss Universe anymore? Do people actually turn that shit on and watch it? It's like, hey, let's watch all these freaking women walk on the stage. People used to do it, like creepy guys used to do it to watch the hot chicks on the stage. And then
Right.
they got rid of the hot chicks and they're like, you know what? We
And
got to get
replace
rid
them
of
with hot dudes.
or like not hot chicks and hot dudes. And now all the creepy guys are going to turn it off and nobody's going to watch it. So that person just wasted $80 million.
Yeah, I don't know, but I did watch a clip from Miss Universe when the Miss America came out, and she was wearing, like, did you see this? It was like this monstrous, gigantic, like, a moon, like, contraption stuck to her, and then, like, stars just shooting out of her. It was like something from the Hunger Games elites, and she's like just walking slowly because she can barely walk in this thing, and not that attractive. It's really more about the message at this point. It's not even, according to them, I'm pretty sure it's not even a beauty pageant. It's about women giving their very salient opinions on politics, it seems.
All you have to do is get married and you can have all kinds of women giving their opinions. It's fine. You
That's
don't
right.
need a pageant for that.
That's not entertainment, guys.
We turn on the TV to get away from that
You
shit.
can just drop into my chat section at any point and see some women's opinions like
They're all over right now.
violate that like button and Eliza Blue that like button. Craig, you probably don't get that one, but I appreciate it. So yeah, I've got nothing else in this, and I got to get going. But this is one small step for man and one giant leap for womankind. Ladies in the chats, as we leave, let us know your thoughts. Is the glass ceiling broken thanks to this stunning woman? First woman ever to own Miss Universe. Craig?
Do you know how we fix that?
We
have more Nazi homeschools.
Oh, dear God. I just got my account back, Craig. Craig, speaking of accounts, where can people find yours, which is hopefully banned, but YouTube probably won't even notice?
No. You can not notice my to all the things I do at the podcast, which is Break the Bell Podcast. And you can find links to that all over the social medias at the handle at Break the Bell Pod. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and the other one, Twitter. You can find links to that at breakthebellpod.com. Do it.
And you can find me at thesystemsdown.tv or on Twitter primarily at TSIDpod or wherever the Systems Downs are sold. Find all the links and so much more at thesystemsdown.tv. All right, I guess that's it.
Yes.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for chastising Eliza Blue in our comments section, and we'll see you guys next time. See you tomorrow. See you Thursday. See you whenever.
Bye.
This has been Two Scoops Morning News every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 a.m. Central or whenever we feel like it. Until next time, hang in there, America.